Hi, welcome to Early Bird Picker. My name is Rafa. I'm a reseller, and I just want to thank you if you're joining or if you're probably watching this replay, this live stream replay later. This is my very first ever live stream. I didn't promote it at all. I just had an idea a few days ago that it might be a cool idea to do lives of me packing and shipping items, just because I think that, for one, I like watching those on TikToks of people like packing at Amazon. So I thought it might be interesting content. And then the second thing, it's intended kind of for newer resellers who are like struggling with just how to pack and ship items. And so I thought maybe if I just went live and did my packing and shipping for the day, a lot of days, it might be helpful to somebody. So let's get into it. I've already packed up 5 orders for today, but I had 2 more that I was going to pack that I was going to show you. They're both from eBay. It's a pair of shoes and a VCR, I think. And so let's do the shoes first. The shoes will be easiest. And so there are some Merrell Parrot running shoes. I paid $3 for these at a community sale, and you can watch that video from several back, and I got $20 plus shipping. And I knew whenever I bought them that that's pretty much how much I was going to get, but 3 into 20, I'm still happy with that. So let's grab the box. Let me show you my shipping my shipping setup here. My table. Turn the camera around. See, this is my shipping table here. There's my ring light, my box, my computer. I've got eBay tape, scissors, Bang Energy, my phone, and then some more tape that's on heavy duty, like bench apparatus, basically, so it doesn't move very much. So anyway, that's my setup. And then underneath this table, I have some boxes. This is where I keep my shoe boxes whenever I'm shipping shoes. Grab one of these and put you back. Okay. So if you're a new reseller and you're wanting to ship shoes, especially the USPS, well, first of all, if you're a new reseller, make sure you know that the United States Post Office Postal Service, they give out free priority boxes, and they'll ship them straight to your house. You can get them in bunches of 10 or bunches of 25, and you can get a lot shipped to your house. But anyway, they make one called the shoe box. Let me tape up the bottom, and we'll measure and see basically the dimensions of it. But for most shoes, this box right here works really well. I get them in packs of 25. All right. And I'm not meaning to go fast or anything. I mean to just go at my like regular stream. But hi Rebecca Oliver. This is my very first live, so I'm new into trying to keep up with the chat. So hi Rebecca and the Flipping Sports Guy. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. All right. So I'll fold up my box here. I have OCD, and so I usually do 3 pieces of tape on each side. That's probably way overdoing it, but that's kind of just how I do it. So all right. So we have our box. Hey, Mom. That's my mom, Annette Arrington, in the chat. Thanks for joining. So I'm shipping out some shoes right now, and we're going to measure this box to see what the size of it, as I'm hoping that basically this video is seen later by new resellers wanting to know how to ship things. So let me tell you the measurements of this box. All right, it's 14 and a half inches, but that rounds to 15 in USPS or like the eBay settings, by 8 inches by 5.5 inches basically. And so this will be right for our shoes. So let me go grab my shoes. Let me take camera along with me and show you. I keep my shoes in bins back here. And so these are Merrells. And so I think my Merrells are over in this bin down here. So let me go set the computer back and I'll grab them. Okay, so here are the Merrill Parrot shoes. It's always a good idea to double check whenever you're doing out shipments, especially if you have a lot of the same sort item shoes. Especially, I always, whenever I get my shoes, I get my eBay app and I look at the picture again just to confirm that it's the right thing going out. And if I have duplicates of an item, then I make a notice for that, like on a sticky note. But I know that these are the only ones in my stock right now. So these get a box. Flipping Sports Guy says he does 3 as well for the tape. It does feel more secure. And especially in the wintertime, I don't know where everybody lives, but here in Oklahoma, it's pretty cold. The tape doesn't stick as well, so I feel like 3 pieces is just better. And hey, Rocky Mountain Resale, good to see you too. Thanks so much for joining. So basically, this is a new live stream I'm doing, hopefully daily, of my sales, just because I think people might enjoy watching how to pack and ship. And it's especially good too for, like, if you know anybody that's a new reseller. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do with this channel. So anyway, we have our box. We'll put the shoes in here. So you can do packing paper, like void fill paper, which I'll show you what that looks like. So this would be void fill paper. You can put some of that in there. I don't normally, unless they're just like really expensive shoes. But so that is something like just an added kind of touch you can do for shoes. If you have a store on eBay, like a basic store above, you can get this eBay tape with your eBay coupon. And so that way you're not paying so much for tape. Okay. So I know that based on doing so many different pairs of shoes that these should definitely be under 2 pounds. So I'm not even going to weigh them, but I could. I better do it just to be sure. But and as I suspected, they're 1 pound, 8 ounces. So definitely enter that 2 pound rate. So let me go enter that in my computer. I have just like this laptop setup, basically, and it just connects to a Rollo printer. So that's how I do my eBay labels. So let me take the printer back, my computer back with me. Well, let me see if I can. I'm not sure if I can run the label live. Let me give it a try. If anybody has any questions that's in the chat, just let me know. Anything you'd like to see, especially. Let me know if you want me to see me package up the VCR player to see how I do it. And it could be compared to how you guys do it. And you can give me some tips if you know anything better that I'm not doing. Okay. So we go to eBay, purchase our shipping label, 2 pounds. So it's going to charge the buyer, or it's going to charge me $8.49 to ship these, which is a pretty good rate. They're going to Missouri. Print that label. All right. So we got our label printed. I don't really think you're supposed to show people's addresses on video, and so I'm going to do this beneath the camera where I put the label on. But basically, the row labels, they just come on a sheet like that. Is like this is a thermal paper, and you just peel it off and stick it right on the box, and it's good to go. And then my normal routine is I have my my IKEA bags, and I use these to take my orders to the post office, basically. And so this, set this aside. All right, let me check the chat. Okay. All right, Rocky Mountain Resale says, "Hey, good to see you. Just do whatever you need to do. It's always interesting watching someone else's process. I won't be having much while I listen. Thanks so much for coming in and let me know that." Um, and Rebecca Oliver says, "VCR player packing would be nice to see. I have several I need to list." I'm with you on that. I think I see two either VCR units or combo units that I need to list right now. And I specifically haven't done it because I knew that I was kind of like, when something sells and you're like excited for the money, but you're like, oh, I don't want to have to pack it up. That's how I feel about VCR players because I don't have quite the right box. Let's see, my mom says, "I would like to know how you are going to package that paddleboard you bought." Oh, let me show you guys a haul from today before we pack the VCR. So I picked up, I think it's probably more like an 8-foot paddleboard, stand-up paddleboard in the paddle, but we're going to do that one on Facebook Marketplace local. I checked the local listings for stand-up paddleboards right now, and I didn't really see very many in my area. And so it's getting into spring, and so hopefully it's a good time to be trying to sell paddleboard. Otherwise, it's going to take up a lot of room in the nest. So with my YouTube name being Early Bird Picker, I call my eBay shipping garage my nest. And so if you're wondering what that reference, but let me grab the paddleboard and show you guys basically what that looks like. Okay, so here's the paddleboard. As you can see, it's really, really tall. It's probably 8 foot. I'll have to measure it, but paid $30 for it, and it did come with a paddle. And it looks like the logo on it is either ZQ or BZ. So the paddleboard is something that I took a chance on. Basically without doing any research and any comps, because I know that paddleboards are just super expensive and they're pretty desirable. Let's see. Rocky Mountain Resale says, "If you think you could get a considerable amount more for the board on eBay, I say do it. You can make shipping it its own video too." Oh my gosh, I've never shipped anything as large as that paddleboard because it's not just long, it's also wide. The benefit of those boards is they're very sturdy. So risk of waiting on the rest of that text there. Breaking during shipment, consider it. Yeah. I paid $30 for it, and I was thinking that I'd be happy to get $100 locally. I might ask more like $150. I need to clean it up and do some more sold. Let me just look it up right now on eBay. So I think it is BZ stand-up paddleboard. BZ soft paddleboards on SupZero.com. Let's see about that. Or wait, there's a Walmart one. Well, I don't see it directly right now. I do see a picture of them, but I don't see how much they're asking for it. But I feel like I should easily be able to get $100 for it. We'll see. It came with a paddle. Rebecca Oliver says that's going to be a challenge. I'm really thinking I'm going to stick to Facebook Marketplace local on that one. Rocky Mountain Resale says, and again, it'll take you 2 hours to get it packaged. Maybe your time is worth more than whatever extra money you would make it via eBay. I think if there's more sold comp data on it, then I might consider eBay, but it's not a brand that I recognize as, not that I have some type of aficionado on stand-up paddleboards, but I don't know. It should be a fun one. I just saw it and I thought I have to get it because I've done paddleboarding before and I know it's a lot of fun. So if we lived closer to the lake or somewhere, I would have just kept it or would keep it. Okay, so let's do the VCR. Okay, so I sold an RCA VR 501A VHS 4-head VCR player recorder. And so it's just a VCR, not DVD. So it's not a combo unit, which in my experience, the combo units are more desirable than just having the VCR. But anyway, usually if I see them for $5 or under, I pick them up. That's just kind of my general rule of thumb. Have you picked up any more lawn chairs lately? Says Rocky Mountain Resale. No, I passed by them. They don't flip. In my experience, for me personally, they don't flip locally well. They only like are worth a lot on eBay, it seems like. And last time I had a sale like that, I was so frustrated by trying to package it up. So I guess if I get better at packing, then maybe I'll pick more up. Okay. So anyway, I paid $5 for this VCR, and it looks like it sold for $29.85 plus shipping. And so, and usually, let me see if I can get to the picture. I have a little mini 7-inch TV that I test and so you can see it here. I put it in the listing. So there's my first one. I put the one with the TV showing that it's playing like a picture. So that's a demonstrate proof that the VCR is working. Is you put something playing in the VCR and it shows up on a little TV. I put that as a second photo than the first one because I don't want someone seeing it as the first one and thinking that the TV is included in the purchase because it's not. And so I make sure to put that in description too. But anyway, so there's my photos, and let's grab it. So to my left, that's my unlisted stuff for the most part on my shelving. And then on my shelving over here to my right is listed stuff. So let me grab the VCR. I totally forgot the model number. Let me see. RCA, and this one is a JVC, so not this one. I don't know why I didn't do it in this listing, but typically I throw in the RCA cables, the red, yellow, and red cables with the VHS player just to make the listing more desirable, because if someone doesn't have to spend an extra $3-5 in the effort to get cables, if it just comes with it, it's a better deal. So I'm surprised. Usually I tape them on to the top of the unit so they don't get lost. So I got my cord here. I always like to have my cord neatly wrapped up just because I think it shows that you cared about the unit rather than just tossing it in there. I usually use zip ties. I don't know where you guys live, but if you have a Harbor Freight by where you live, that's where my zip ties for super cheap. I get them. Like, zip ties are super expensive at like Lowe's and Home Depot, but at Harbor Freight, they're a really good price. That's where I get my batteries too. I get them in bulk. So I just got some today in 24 for just $3.99, and they last for a long time. Had to go get my scissors. Okay, so I don't normally talk this much. When you're at home alone all day, you don't normally talk this much. My throat's getting dry. Anyway, so what's the plan of attack for the VCR? First of all, I need to figure out the right box. Second of all, I need to do the bubble wrapping of it. And so I don't have the wide bubble wrap. My bubble wrap is 12 inches wide. You can get 24 inches wide. So I'll probably take a section and go around this side, the middle, and the end. That's my guess on that. And you can see behind me, that's my bubble wrap right there on a roll. And then I have to get the right box. So let's start by trying to get the right box. Let me measure the VCR unit so we can see what dimension box we're looking for. Okay, so the VCR is 15 inches by 11 inches by 3.5 inches. So 15 by 11, basically. So whenever I was new into reselling, I don't remember what channel I heard it on, but I heard for whatever, if you're shipping electronics, you typically want to add 2 inches to either side of the measurements. So I think I said 15 inches for the width of this. So that would be 19. You want to accommodate for like 19 inches because you add 2 inches on either side of electronics. That's just what I heard. And whenever I do wrap up my packages, that tends to be pretty true whenever I measure it out like that. So we'll do 19 inches by 15 inches. So I got this box from Walmart, and it is 19 by 14 by 17. So I think if we build it out, this one would be about right. And you can see it's too tall, and so I'll use my my box resizer and basically take it down where it fits more flush once we get it packed up. So, question for the chat: what if anybody's still there listening? I can't see how many. Let me see how many people are watching. 3 people are watching. Cool, and thanks for the thumbs up. So, be sure and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. So, question for the chat: what is your best? What's your best flip that you had in the last week or so? I'd love to hear you guys in the chat. You can see I do way more than just the 3 sides on longer boxes like this. I'll actually do probably like 5 across and then some perpendicular strips. Okay. So I've got like the 5 across and then the 2 perpendicular strips. If it was super heavy, I might even do some diagonal strips. So I'm going to test the fit of this just without any packaging. And it looks like it's going to work because I want to figure out the box, but it looks like some bubble wrap. You can see if you did these units more often that for this much, depending how you value your time, you might really only want to be selling units that are like $50 and higher because it does take a long time to kind of go through this process and package it if you don't have just like a perfect box that's exact size VCR player already. Okay, so I think I grabbed about 8 or 9 sheets of bubble wrap. I'll fold it in half first. That makes it easier. Okay, and then we'll just wrap it. And I was wrong. This wrap right here, it went more than halfway across the VCR player, so I won't have to do 2 rows. I won't have to do 3. I only have to do 2. Okay, back to the chat. Rebecca Oliver says my best last week was a pair of Asics running shoes purchased at a GS for $4 and they sold for $80. Wow, that's a lot for a pair of Asics. Wow, that's a really good flip. What do you remember? What model they were? I actually really like shipping. My grandma used to have me help wrap up Christmas packages, and so it kind of reminds me of doing that, and that's a good time. Oh, garage sale. Thanks. I was thinking Goodwill for GW. Okay, so you got them at a garage sale for $4 and they sold for $80. That's awesome. I buy my bubble wrap in bulk, in case you guys are wondering. I just get it on eBay for under $40, free shipping, and it's a lot of bubble wrap for me. But I've heard like Bubble Boy could be good or something like that. But I've always just gone through eBay to get my bubble wrap. I got this. I don't have an affiliate link for this right now, but I got this bench tape on Amazon. I've been really happy with it. It's got like the sticky bottom so it doesn't move when you're trying to pull the tape. I like it way more than having to pull off pieces of tape from this. So it was worth I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was worth it. Rebecca Oliver says, Dyna Blast with Halloween themed insert. So, okay, so maybe it's like a special edition one. That's awesome. Okay. So what my next plan is I'm pretty happy with how much bubble wrap I've put on here. Some, comment in the chat. I'm going to make this where you can go back and watch this, or I try to, not just live, but also I definitely don't but what my next plan is I'm going to float in the box. And so what I mean by that is I'm going to put in some void fill paper first, as like a pillow in the base of the box. And then we'll put the VCR in and then more void fill. So it's kind of like a floating effect inside the box. Let's see. Got a couple new people to the chat. Hey, Kelly, Riso, Lewis. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Hey, Rafa, good to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. And Josh Graff says, hello, hello, hello. On that for my last week, but with new people to the chat, I just want to kind of explain what I'm doing is I'm just live packing and shipping my orders because I think it's kind of cool. I like watching other people do that, like on TikTok. So I thought it could be just good content, but also intended for to compare and contrast how you do it versus other people, but then also for new resellers wanting to learn how to pack and ship different items. So that's kind of the point of my live streams right now. So right now we're in the midst of getting up this VCR. I've got it bubble wrapped already, and then we just talked about floating it in the box. So let's do that. To order void fill. I use that stuff like crazy. I put it for packing and receiving, and then in almost all the shoes that I sell, I'm a big shoe reseller. I put void fill inside the shoe to help keep the form during storage and then during shipping also. And I think it reminds people of having new shoes when they buy the shoe from you, they pull out that void fill. It feels like a pair of shoes, like sort of. Oh, and then welcome. Hey, Gina Simmons. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Oh, let's go back to Rebecca Oliver. She said, "What was your best sale?" I sold a cowboy hat that I picked up at a garage sale. I picked it up for $1 and it sold for, I think, 74. So that was probably my best sale that I had from, in terms of like just a really high profit sale. I was really happy with that one. And then Gina Simmons says, "Can you calculate shipping on that so we can see?" Yeah, so I'm going to go through the whole process of packing it up. And so we'll definitely, I'll let you know what my price is. And I think whenever I ship out my VCR units, I don't know if I did this whenever I listed it months ago, but what I'm doing now is I'm making it where people can choose between United States Post Office shipping and UPS ground. I don't work for the post office, by the way, I just support them. But I also use UPS because I find that UPS ground lately for big items like this is cheaper than the post office. Okay. And then Josh Graff says, "Where do you get your craft paper?" I get mine on eBay. I just ordered some. I can't remember how much I spent on it, but just like maybe an inch or two extra on either side of the box. So I'm going to put in more void fill kind of at an L there. Okay. Let me see if I can point the camera down in the box. You can see what that looks like. Okay, so there's the VCR and then the void fill that's on kind of that L right there. Okay, so next thing that we have to do is I'm going to put more void fill on the top of that, so it makes the second like pillow cushion for the VCR unit. Okay. Now that we've done that, and this is for, I'm sure you guys that are here watching today, you know this, of course, about resizing box, but I'm intending that this could be for people to watch that are new resellers and who are going to find this video later than today. And so I'm going to measure the deficit of how much extra space there is here in the box. So it's about 10 inches too much extra room in the box. So you definitely want to have one of these box resizers. And so how these work, this is like a kind of sharp piece right here. And this is going to score the box, make those like dashed lines. And you adjust the box. And then you adjust it to where you need it. And then you score the box. And then, so let me do that. And then we'll cut the box. You can see it's not the easiest tool to use, but compared to any other method I know, it's the easiest. So next you get your box cutter. I've got this DeWalt one that I like. I just changed the blade recently, but I might need to change it again. Oh, so let me explain what I'm doing. So I scored the box like there's a line that goes across like that. And so the idea is that we're going to cut up the with the box cutter from here and like this. So then that we have flaps that we can lay into the box. So let me do that. Okay. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so now you can see we're going to fold these in, and I might even be able to put a little bit more void fill in there. I'll decide if I'm going to do that or not. in, and then I'm going to cut off some of the excess. So let me do that. Okay, so now we've got the box size to what we need. And so let me just tape that just the same as I did the bottom. Thank you if you're still watching. Just this is my first live stream, and just want to thank you guys for still watching. So, I was going to say, Rebecca, if you're still watching, is this how you, for the most part, do your VCRs when you ship them out? Let me know in the comments, or to anyone else, let me know in the comments if this is how you'd pack up your VCR, or how you do it differently. Do you use styrofoam? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. Okay, so I got it completely sealed up. Let me weigh it now. So it weighs just over 10 pounds, so we'll round that to 11. Let me grab a piece of paper. So 11 pounds. It's measuring like 19 inches and an eighth, so I have to round that to 20. A little over 15, so we'll round that to 16 inches. And just right at 10 inches. So let me put that into eBay and see what that says, what the shipping price is. I think, Gina, you were wondering, yeah, can you calculate shipping on that so we can see? So let me tell you that. Okay, good. I had put that it was 11 pounds. Let me change the dimensions. It was 1571 with the dimensions that I entered when I listed it. Let's see what it changes it to. From 1571 went up to 1984, and for a unit that was only 29.85, that's not good that we're losing several dollars there. And they wanted it shipped by USPS priority mail. That's what the buyer selected. Let me see if they had selected UPS ground, what that would be. If they had selected UPS ground, it would only be $17.43. So it'd be cheaper for me to ship it to on UPS ground, but since the buyer selected USPS priority, that's how I'm going to ship it. Let me go hook back up to the Rolo. Okay, so I got my label printed. All right. Let me stick that on. Okay, so the live stream is at 41 minutes. So that's and I only shipped 2 things. And I showed you the paddleboard. So that's, if you're going to ship a VCR or combo unit, just know that there is a pretty big time investment with the amount of time it takes to pack it up. Now, of course, it took me long, so I was explaining how to do it, but still, it's just not a super fast process. So, oh, Rebecca says, let's see. Yes, that's how I pack them. I may add a little styrofoam too. If I had a like one that was significantly higher priced, I would make sure to get some styrofoam too. And then Rebecca says that looks very secure. Thank you. That's just kind of the way that I didn't used to put void fill. I used to not buy void fill, so that's something that I've added. And that's one thing that with reselling, if I'm going to change something that I'm doing, I'm always trying to improve rather than scale back. And so like with having, I used to have it just bubble wrap, but then I added the void fill to make like that pillow, and so I think that's good. So anyway, that's my live show for today, packing and shipping with me. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for sticking around the whole time, and anyone else in the comments, thank you so much for coming. So I'm gonna go now. Thanks so much, and as always, I'll see y'all on the next video.